Step 1. Remove instant stimulation windows. Right now, your brain expects input every few seconds. So the first thing you do is create small windows in your day where stimulation is removed on purpose. No phone while waiting in line, no scrolling when you wake up, no background video while eating. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is not weakness. It's withdrawal from constant dopamine spikes. Your brain has been overstimulated for years. When you remove the stimulation, it panics. But if you sit through that discomfort for even 5 to 10 minutes, something shifts. Your mind slows down, your thoughts become clearer, your nervous system stabilizes. You're teaching your brain, I don't need constant input to feel okay. That's the foundation. Step 2. Practice doing one thing without escape. This is where most people fail. They can't do one task without reaching for something else. Studying, they check their phone. Working, they open another tab. Watching something, they scroll at the same time. Your brain is addicted to stacking stimulation, so retrain it. Pick one simple activity, reading, walking, cleaning, studying, and do it without music, without notifications, without multitasking. When the urge to escape appears, don't fight it aggressively, just notice it. That urge is your brain craving novelty. If you sit through it, even for 60 seconds, you build attention endurance. And attention endurance is what allows deep focus later. Step 3, increase your boredom threshold. Gradually, you don't go from 0 to monk-level focus overnight. You build tolerance like a muscle. Start with 5 minutes of intentional boredom. Sit somewhere quiet, no phone, no music, no external input. Just sit. Your brain will search for stimulation. It will replay random thoughts. It will try to convince you to check something quickly. Stay still. After a few days, increase it to 10 minutes, then 15. Over time, silence becomes normal instead of threatening. And when silence feels normal, focus becomes easier, because focus requires mental stillness. Step 4, rewire your dopamine expectations. Right now, your brain associates pleasure with speed. Fast videos, instant messages, quick rewards. But real growth comes from slow rewards. Reading a book, learning a skill, building a business, training your body. These things don't give instant spikes. They give long-term satisfaction. When you relearn boredom, your dopamine baseline lowers. That means normal activities start feeling engaging again. Studying feels less painful. Conversations feel deeper. Work feels more immersive. You stop chasing constant hits and start enjoying steady progress. That shift changes your entire life. Step 5, redefine boredom as mental strength. Most people see boredom as something negative, but boredom is space. It's the gap where ideas form. It's the silence where creativity builds. It's the stillness where self-control develops. When you can sit alone with your thoughts without escaping, you gain something powerful. Control over your attention, and attention is everything. Your focus improves, your productivity increases, your anxiety decreases, your confidence grows, because now you know you're not controlled by impulse. You can feel discomfort and not react. That's discipline at its core. Relearning boredom rebuilds your brain. It restores your ability to think deeply, to work longer, to stay present, to handle life without constant distraction. The people who succeed long-term aren't the most motivated. They're the most comfortable in silence. And once you reach that point, focus stops being a struggle. It becomes your advantage.